message by all these big corporations. We don't take a chance to actually slow down and look at what local solutions offer. Up next, we have Leroy Schulz. He's a photographer, and Leroy is actually going to talk about the ongoing international adventures of Miguelito's green car.
Thank you. We've had some great presenters so far, don't you think? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story that starts in 2003 when my first nephew was born. His name is Miguelito, or Little Michael in Spanish. He was named after Miguel, my Argentine grandfather. And a couple of years after he was born, I bought him a small toy car for Christmas. And soon after, we were playing with it, and in a fit of energy, he threw it in a garage full of boxes, and the car was lost, and that was that. Or so we thought. The car was later found. It was given to me to return to him, and instead I started taking it with me to the tops of mountain summits. I do weekend mountaineering. And on my travels, just like many of you probably do with objects of meaning to you. Well, the project changed. What do you think of the bubblehead? That's a lens effect, by the way. So I ended up deciding I want people to be the focus of this project. I want people from all walks of life, from around the world in a project, to express their personality with this green car. And so the project just evolved. Some people have a really easy time expressing some aspect of their personality with the car, such as Mayor Mandel and his wife Lynn. That was at the opening of AGA last year. So this project has just sort of taken a life of its own. I take it with me everywhere. I put a lot of work into it. This is a Tibetan monk based here in Edmonton. The idea of the project is that, well, there's a number of facets to it. One of them is the interconnectedness of everyone. So this is not a celebrity-based project. I have people from all walks of life in this. This is Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary General of the United Nations. When I handed him the car, after a whole lot of work, he said, "What is this?" And I asked him for a photo. He looked at his bodyguard. The bodyguard looked at him, and he said, "Okay." So another of the aspects of this project is total serendipity. I was in Ottawa. Jack Layton gave me 15 minutes in his office. At the end of the shoot, he said, "Say hi to Miguelito for me." Michael Ignatieff gave me 15 minutes. Gilles Duceppe gave me 15 minutes. The Prime Minister declined. Feel free to boo and hiss. Some people have a really easy time expressing their personality with this. This is a gentleman on Nootka Island, just off of Vancouver Island. I asked him to express his personality, and what does he do? Lights it up. So you see the idea here is that we have Chef Ramsay. I have a one-day-old baby in the project. I have a 95-year-old World War II vet. I have homeless people. I have people from Alberta. I have people from across Canada. I have people from around the world. I take the car with me, and I'm asking people, Margaret Atwood, actually in the lobby of the Garneau Theatre earlier last year. I ask people to, I appeal to that universal side of people of goodwill towards strangers. It's a little bit outrageous for someone to come up to you and say, "Here, can I take a photo with this car?" Ralph Klein invited me to his home. He wanted to take me to a cemetery for the shot to express his personality. I'm not sure what that was about. So, you know, there's people that speak different languages than I speak, and yet everyone understands this idea of a little boy, a kid, you know, the magic of life. These are the Chilean miners. Total serendipity. I ran into them in February of last year in Jerusalem, 2 months after they escaped from the mine. You can see the car. There's 27 of them with their wives and girlfriends. Girlfriends, multiple S's. This is a Bedouin child in Petra, Jordan. She was playing with the car. I got my shot. I asked for the car back. The mom said, "You can't have the car back. She's going to start crying." So I had to distract her with the business card for the project, and I got the car back. It almost killed the project. Kate Middleton. I put a lot of work into this project. I've also been very, very lucky. This was a lot of strategizing, but it was a lot of work. Prince William, when I said, "Your Royal Highness, can you hold this green car for my old nephew?" he said, "No." And I don't blame him. He's got a bad history. His family has a bad history with photographers. given what's happened to his mom. But Kate said yes, and she was fantastic about it. Jerry Seinfeld, he wasn't too happy to be in the project, but I got him anyway. With some of these people, you just jam the car so far into their faces that they can't say no. Gordie Howe, Mr. Gordie Howe. I have a psychology degree, and what I found really interesting about the shot with Gordie Howe was that I handed him the car, I asked him what sort of car that was, if he could identify it. He said no. When I told him what it was, it triggered something in him. A total moment of reminiscence. He suddenly started to move the car around, and he said, I had one of these. And it was just a really powerful connection with a stranger. This is Amanda Lindout, former journalist from Sylvan Lake. She was held in captivity in Somalia for 19 months and went through a horrific ordeal. So the reason I have this photo in here is that, you know, life has a lot of shit in it. And I'm wanting to appeal to, you know, I don't want to ignore that, and that's why she's in the project. She's a very inspiring person. But I want to say, hey, listen, this might seem frivolous, but this is something really cool that I think everybody around the world, from any culture, from any age, will understand, including Ryan Smith. A homeless person in Toronto in December. Again, this is not about celebrities. It's about the interconnection between people. You know, we have this one existence, and this car is just a small expression of the fact that we're all alike in many ways. The powerful, the powerless, the famous, the not famous. This is the namesake. This is Miguelito. So the idea is that in 2021, when he turns 18, I'll give him a book of photos. Everyone in the project will be interconnected through the green car because he exists. So we're going to do something here. Can I get the house lights on, please? Okay, so this is about interconnectedness, right? You guys are going to be part of this project now. So if anyone doesn't want to be in it, just turn your gaze down so you won't be in the shot. Okay, we have 1 degree of separation from Kate Middleton, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.